Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. So today, it's going to be a very personal video because this is the ballot measure that I voted in. I voted in my very first ballot measure, proudly so, and the ballot measure specifically talks in regards to the said proceeds to, well, let's just go ahead and read the clause. So this is due to extend environmental trust fund. So this amendment would renew the state's authority to direct lottery proceeds toward efforts to protect water sources, conserve wildlife, and improve air quality. I voted no. Why did I vote no to this ballot measure? Well, I'll tell you this. Almost every ballot measure, we run into a ballot measure that somehow is asking, the government is asking for us for more what? Money, right? They're asking for more money. And I said no. Because first off, Minnesota has one of the biggest taxes in the country. I don't know how I'm still living in this state, but I'm still here. But I am on a thread here. We are, our family specifically, it can't really go out of our way, do big things like go to the mall, go shopping, because we are on a budget. Budget exists. And part of that is the tax, right? The taxes. There's also inflation and all that garbage. And the fact that our museums are being taxed. Okay, our museums across the state of Minnesota, all the museums are free. Because for some stupid reason, the Minnesota DFL thinks, people have the right to know, people have the right to learn. Well, here's the thing. If they don't have the right to learn, you can walk in, but you got to pay for it. Pay for your knowledge. We shouldn't have to pay for you to learn, I don't know, the history of art in Minnesota. We shouldn't have to pay for that. Period. So I'm protesting Minnesota's tax hike, and I said no. I am the 16.2% of the state that said no. Ideally, I would like to see the expansion of Minnesota state parks, and that's what part of the amendment read on the ballot I read on. But here's the deal. I knew this measure was going to pass pretty easily. I was kind of hoping that we would get a county or two on the no side, but that was not successful, obviously. Carver County went all in for it, 76%. I was part of the vote, 12,474 people that voted. I was one of those 12,000 in Carver County. And then, of course, there are estimated blank ballots, the people that didn't participate in them. There were 4,545 blank ballots, 7% blank. So yeah, you'll see pattern-wise, areas near the Twin Cities, very in big support of this said ballot measure. You'll see conservative counties that voted for Trump, all in the 70% area. Let's go ahead and take out those results too. You'll see, look at that. You'll see the pattern. You'll see now Kittson County voted for him by 60%, but that's pretty good. Kittson used to be a Democrat county, but they abandoned him. 75% for Trump, 56% for the yes. So yeah, you see more conservative counties in the lighter blue. The counties that voted for Trump over 70%, that excludes Kittson County. I am not sure why the voters in Kittson County were not less energetic of this, but they're saying no. No, thank you. Well, actually, no, they're not. Majority of them, yeah, a handful of them are saying yes. Yes. You know, currently people support, obviously, clean drinking water, obviously, and good air quality. I made a point in the last video. I think it was Colorado. Oh, no, it was Miami. It was Florida, where we talked about legalizing marijuana. That measure didn't pass, thankfully, because I made the point. I don't want my state or my city to become like Las Vegas, where you walk down the street and it's just reeking marijuana. We have a right to breathe clean air. Okay, but Minnesota, as far as I know, is not as bad as Nevada. Nevada is a huge marijuana state, and they have a clean air problem. And maybe when it comes to that, I would support a measure when it comes to, of course, getting more clean air and providing more clean air so we can get those toxic chemicals and that fumes out of the air because of the marijuana. We just keep spreading all everywhere, letting our kids breathe that in. That's not healthy, and that's not right. You got to have accountability. If you want to smoke marijuana, go ahead, but you got to do it at your own home. You cannot do it in public areas because it's not about you, it's about other people. And especially with people with disabilities, well, I don't say disabilities, but chronic illnesses and diseases that can impact them. So just keep that in mind. And looking at these said results, yeah, you'll see every county that Kamala Harris won is in the 70% gap. You'll see even Clay County, 79%. The county that supported this the most, obviously, I'm so surprised, it's Hennepin County, right up here, Holtz, Minneapolis. Nope, this is Carver. Hennepin, I should know that. My cursor was on the wrong county. I obviously know my county, what it looks like. Hennepin County, 85%, 9% saying no. And obviously, 6% leaving it blank. 85% in support of this Minneapolis. Hennepin County is not even the most liberal. It's actually Ramsey County that's the most liberal. Ramsey County hasn't voted Democrat. It's in any Democratic, I want to say 1920 since 1928. I want to believe. Did it vote for who? Herbert Hoover in 1928? I am not sure, but around that age, it's either 1928 or 1932. It's been a reliable Democrat stronghold throughout the 20th century and current to the present day. Has no intentions of stopping. Now, the county that is not so amused with this is absolutely Clearwater County. You'll see this is also a county where there's a lot of blank ballots. Percentage-wise, the gap is pretty wide. You'll see 38% to 52%. That is a wide gap, what it seems and looks like. But yes, 52% no, 38%. All right. Yeah, 10% for the, of course, blank ballots. Okay. Yeah, you'll see that this is where 10%, this is the best, this is where the most blank ballots came from. That specifically comes from Clearwater County. But yeah, interesting results. I voted no because it's not because I oppose clean air. It's not because I oppose conserving wildlife. It's not because I oppose protecting water sources. No. I am looking at my income. I am looking at my state and its programs, just the imploding programs and how much taxes we're building up. And I'm saying, hey, this is not the right time to support this right now. Our air is pretty good. As far as I know, I'm drinking safe water. I think we need to dial it down on the spending. And I said, you know what? I voted no. It made me look bad. I'm part of all the 77.2%. I'm part of the 16.2% that are the most evil people because I voted against clean drinking water and preserving wildlife. Well, I have news for you guys. Money doesn't grow on trees. It does, but it's not free. Okay? You're acting like you pick out a dollar off a tree like it's a branch. No. No, it's not, doesn't work like that. And the spending, I can't, like all these people, especially in Twin Cities, they're hurting, but they're programmed to say, no, I'm not. Because if they say I'm hurting, that means you're basically saying the DFL, my political party and group, it's hurting me, right? It's hurting. And as a result, you're admitting to the damage. You're exposing the Democrats. And these NPCs from Minneapolis and St. Paul, they can't do that. They absolutely can't do that. One last thing before we go. Yes, you'll absolutely see there is an absolute pattern. All these counties, Hennepin, Ramsey, Dakota, Washington, Olmsted, Blue Earth voted for Trump, but it is a very liberal county after all. Cook, 80%, Clay, Rice, these are all liberal counties. Rice County voted for Walz in 2022. Winona, 78%. Nicollet, St. Louis, you got Scott County. Well, now we're getting a little bit more conservative, but you get what I'm saying. We got a lot of liberal counties going into support of this measure. So what do you guys think in regards to this ballot measure? Let me know down below. And as always, I'll see you all in the next political episode.